Your brain is being reprogrammed every single day. The question is, who's programming it? You? Or the algorithms making money from your distraction? Think about this. Every time you open your phone, just for 5 minutes. Every time you delay important work. Every time you choose instant dopamine instead of action. You are not just wasting time. You are physically rewiring your brain. And the scary part is, your brain always gets stronger at whatever you repeat the most. If you repeat distraction, your brain becomes more distracted. If you repeat procrastination, your brain becomes addicted to procrastination. That is why so many people feel unable to focus, mentally exhausted, constantly bored, incapable of working deeply for long periods of time. Not because they are weak, but because their brains have become dependent on instant rewards. And the modern world is designed exactly for that. Notifications, short videos, social media, infinite scrolling. A constant stream of dopamine is attacking your nervous system every day. The human brain was never designed to handle this level of stimulation. And this is what is happening inside your mind. There is a part of your brain called the amygdala. This is your survival alarm system. It has one job: keep you safe. The problem is, the amygdala cannot tell the difference between a tiger and a difficult deadline. When you face pressure, uncertainty, difficult goals, fear of failure, your amygdala immediately reacts. Danger. And seconds later, your brain starts searching for escape routes. Your phone, YouTube, TikTok, food, mindless scrolling. That is why you often avoid the very things that matter most to your future. Not because you are lazy, but because your brain is prioritizing short-term comfort over long-term success. And it gets even worse. Every time you interrupt your work to check a notification, your brain pays a massive price. Science calls this cognitive switching cost. After every interruption, your brain can take nearly 20 minutes to fully regain deep focus. Think about that. One small notification can destroy an entire hour of quality work. And then you blame yourself. I have no discipline. No. You are simply living inside an environment designed to steal your attention. Now let's talk about dopamine. This is something most people completely misunderstand. Dopamine is not the chemical of happiness. It is the chemical of pursuit, craving, reward seeking. Thousands of years ago, dopamine helped humans hunt, survive, and evolve. Today, it is being exploited by apps and algorithms. One video, one like, one swipe, boom, instant reward with zero effort. And over time, your brain slowly loses interest in studying, reading, deep work, building skills, pursuing meaningful goals. Because those things cannot compete with instant dopamine. That is why so many people spend hours on their phones every day, yet still feel empty, stay busy all the time, but never truly move forward. So what is the solution? You do not need to become a discipline machine. You need to retrain your brain's reward system. And the first step is, this is the biggest mistake most people make. They try to change their entire life overnight. Your brain hates that. Your brain fears massive goals. So reduce the difficulty until failure becomes almost impossible. For example, study for 5 minutes. Read 1 page. Write 1 paragraph. Exercise for 2 minutes. Sounds too small? That is exactly the point. Science calls this the micro-reward loop. Every time you complete a small action, your brain releases dopamine in a healthier way. You begin to feel, okay, I can do this. Momentum starts there. Nobody feels motivated all the time. Motivation appears after action. Unsuccessful people wait for motivation before they begin. Successful people begin first. Then motivation follows later. Next, stop relying on willpower. Willpower is limited. Your environment shapes your behavior far more than motivation ever will. If your phone is beside you, You will pick it up. If TikTok is always open, you will scroll. Do not try to become stronger. Make procrastination more inconvenient. Put your phone in another room. Turn off notifications. Remove addictive apps from your home screen. Use airplane mode while working. One small environmental change can be more powerful than months of fighting yourself with willpower. Next comes an incredibly effective system. 25 minutes of absolute focus. 5 minutes of rest. During those 25 minutes, no social media. No multitasking. No switching tabs. No checking messages. Only one task. The brain performs better with clear limits, short goals, small rewards after each cycle. And now we reach something that can completely transform your life. Stop saying, "I'm trying to become disciplined." Instead say, "I am a disciplined person." It sounds small, but the brain acts according to identity. You do not try to brush your teeth every morning. You do it because it is part of who you are. When discipline becomes part of your identity, it no longer depends entirely on motivation. Next is one of the most underrated habits. Many people procrastinate because they wake up without direction. Every night, write down the 3 most important tasks for tomorrow. When you will start. The first small step. For example, 7 a.m. exercise. 8 a.m. work on report. 10 a.m. study English. The next morning, your brain no longer wastes energy making decisions. You simply begin. And never forget this. Sleep is not laziness. Lack of sleep destroys focus, increases procrastination, disrupts dopamine balance, makes you crave instant stimulation even more. An exhausted brain cannot build sustainable discipline. Move your body every day. Walk, push-ups, light jogging. Perfection is not required. Your body simply needs movement. Science has proven exercise helps grow new neurons and improves concentration. But perhaps the most important lesson is this. Do not hate yourself when you fail. Everyone procrastinates sometimes. Everyone loses motivation sometimes. What matters is not how many times you fall. What matters is, do you stand back up and continue? Real transformation does not come from explosive bursts of motivation. It comes from small actions, repeated daily, over a very long time. That is how the brain rewires itself. Remember this. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to keep going. Because every time you choose action over escape, you are building a stronger version of yourself. One day at a time. And eventually, discipline stops feeling like something you force yourself to do. It becomes who you are. And that is the moment your life truly begins to change. If this video made you realize something about yourself, remember this. Knowledge alone will never change your life. Action will. And if you want to keep learning about behavioral psychology, neuroscience, self-discipline, and how to build a better life, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Because in a world full of distraction, the ability to focus will become your greatest superpower. And from this moment forward, start training your brain to win.